10th Canada Games, Karen.
in different roles.
99. So what keeps you coming back? That's so special.
It is. It's like, there's just something about the games. Like, it truly started my career, overall career, and being part of the host society then, and then opportunity to go on to be mission staff, assistant chef to mission for Team Newfoundland and Labrador. And then, to be able to lead the city through the bid process, starting way back in 2019, and then awarded the bid opportunity in 2020. And COVID hit about 3 weeks later, and it was just been a journey, but it's, I just love it. Like, there's something very special about it, and to see these athletes compete and at the level that they're competing at, but the overall experience of the games, I don't think anyone can feel it until you're truly there and in the midst of it, and just how it brings communities together and the country together. I take a long time to come down after games.
I gravitate to everything you've said. There's something very warm about the Canada Games that you don't always get with every single multi-sport event.
Absolutely.
There's a warmth and there's a Canadianness to it.
There is 100%. You bring every province and territory together, and there's a support. I remember being in 22 Canada Games and the athlete from Nunavut wrestling for gold and won the gold, and I stood next to their chef de mission, and it didn't matter that they were from another province or territory. Everybody in that venue felt, I actually have goosebumps thinking about it, felt that immense pride, like, what a special moment. And I think it's about just that. It's about cheering them on. I think the multi-sport environment is something so unique, and I've always said, when I've been in the chef or assistant chef role, like, to the other teams, go watch other sports, go cheer on your teammates, go cheer on other provinces and territories, but see what else is out there, outside of just your own particular sport. And I think that's what brings it. And now I'm telling everybody in our community, go watch other sports.
But it's such a fast way to humanize the sport and then to get into it. And St. John's, hosting, you must just be so excited to, of course, bring the country together, but then also to see the legacy that the games leave. Because I know there's been huge improvements to swimming pools, to tennis domes. Like, it really does leave a fingerprint of infrastructure. It's beautiful.
I think that is one of the huge benefits of hosting the Canada Games. It's the impact and legacy that you have from that. It's like, whenever we go out to talk to partners, to bring sponsors on, to bring the community together, the biggest, I say, with single-handed thing that we talk about is impact and legacy. Because the games are 18 days, but the impact goes on for years. The Ack Arena was built for the 77 games, just got a whole new retake, and it'll be great for another 30 years to have, recreational competitive sport competing in there, and improvements that they could host anything now, a full diving tank and a 65-meter pool, and just a unique, amazing facility in Atlantic Canada. And but I think it really does that. We have 25 capital projects, and there's over $80 million invested in those. And it's truly because of the Canada Games coming, and to be able to host with that pride and get those venues ready, but just to see the progress of that from 5 years ago to now.
Well, 5 years ago from now, you started in 1999. Like, the progress over almost 30 years, what has stayed the same? What has changed? What's making you excited?
Well, I think what stays truly the same is it is a multi-sport event in Canada, and it brings the country together, and that has never changed. So you still go into the venues and have that true feeling of 13 provinces and territories, competing and being part of it, seeing the growth of the territories and participation from their athletes, continue to grow and grow and grow. And, we're probably seeing the most participation in 25 ever, big numbers, which is amazing to see, the development of sport and athletes and coming along. So I think that's always truly been there, but I think what you see now is just that magnitude, the reach, the social media, how that can, penetrate throughout the country and really feel it. So But I think, legacy has always stayed. 1999 was in Corner Brook in Newfoundland, Labrador, and, still go back there, and and the, big arena that was built for that is still active and alive. And so you just really, those pieces are so key. And I think we always had to remember that, what it does for sport development, for community, volunteerism. 5,000 volunteers is no small number. But you can't do it without the volunteers coming together and the community coming together. And I keep saying, I don't think you know what you're getting in for yet, and what a treat and experience.
Yeah. Everyone that I've talked to has said that they appreciate you put the athlete at the center of it all, though. Just how significant and how important is it to build systems around the athlete experience?
Well, I think it's imperative that we do that. As a host society, as our board of directors led by Kim Keating and Carl Smith, it was from the very beginning. For me, the number of games I've been to and ensuring those athletes have the best experience, but listening to them. So what worked, what didn't work, what could we do better? How can they be involved? Right from our logo design, we put together a number of athletes who came together, who truly designed our logo. Our Gusty, our mascot, was designed by a 10-year-old in Newfoundland, and he's basically a famous little kid now in his school and community. And but just really, we brought together the athletes to talk about food, to talk about experience, entertainment, venues and accessibility at the Canada Games being parasport and Special Olympic athletes as well. So really have to make sure we do a great job, but really hearing them and ensuring that our focus always is on, are we giving the athletes the best experience, from our ceremonies to the field of play to the village. And I think we've done a really great job of that engagement with them.
It's also very engaging to pin collect. You've been to 10 Canada Games, so give me some good stories. And how obsessed are you with the pins?
Well, I mean, the pins are the unofficial sport of the games. Truly, it's just something to watch.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of someone asked me for a pin, I'm like, oh, sure, have them on, and I'll give it away. But just to see the athletes, the coaches, like the parents, sponsors, it doesn't matter who you are, like people really get into this. And I think it's a connectiveness of the games. Those accreditation tags, the lanyards, I always said that can never go away, because that's what connects. Like, oh, where are you from? Oh, I see your pin. And that becomes such a key part of, I think, people connecting with each other, because those pins bring people together. And I mean, we, 23 games, we were walking down, we had just landed in PEI, and we had a little pin. We had just had our logo, so it was still our older logo. And someone stopped us on the street and said, "You're with St. John's." And we were like, "Yes." And they said, "Can I get a pin?" And we're like, how do they even know about our pin? But it was in the book. So
it's high stakes.
It is big.
It's big.
Yeah, and the creativity on the pins is really something.
It is.
So I've been able to have a sneak peek of the number of pins that are going through right now, and even just designed through our own host society, different departments and committees, and they're pretty cool.
That's awesome. Why should people care about the Canada Games?
I think there are many reasons. I think legacy is huge for the Canada Games. I think for communities, host communities, you cannot dismiss what it does to improve infrastructure and improve community and skill sets within community. I think it's a huge stepping stone for athletes at whether this is the pinnacle of your athletic career and the highest competition you'll compete in, or you get the opportunity to go on to be part of Team Canada or professional sport. And I think that just has to say so true, that we give these athletes that opportunity and that stage and the multi-sport for everyone to understand and be able to look and see what it takes for every sport, and athletes to train, and an appreciation for each other and for the diversity within their athletic system. But I think that's just really special, and it truly is an opportunity, outside when we host the Olympics or some other larger, but larger sports, you're truly bringing the country together, and smaller places like St. John's and our surrounding communities, and or if we talked about the Yukon in 2007, and I probably would have never had the opportunity to go there, and what an amazing experience and journey that people get that opportunity to see our country.
I can't wait to watch Newfoundland host a great, great party. Thank you so much for the share.
Thank you.